everyone. Welcome back to another Outlander After Show here on theStream.tv. Today we're going to talk about episode 114, The Search. I loved the episode personally. I'm your host, Keetin Marchi, and again, the entire panel's back today. We have our Outlander is in his seat with his own pocket. Jamie in his pocket.
Pocket Jamie in my pocket. Hey guys, Ryan Hooks. You know, I was a little sad to see it last week when I was watching you guys live and chatting with everyone that I was so easily replaced by a little pocket column.
Yep.
But, you know, I'm back. Thanks for watching.
And as always, the beautiful Miss Jennifer Barnes is with us.
Hi, guys. What's up?
So, you know, I really missed Jamie this week. I was sad to see him gone, but I'm also I'm like, are we ready for Wentworth? Like, knowing the books, I am scared for Wentworth. I'm excited for Wentworth. But we're going to stop, and let's talk about the puppets.
We got a lot of mixed reviews, I think, online about Wentworth.
I know. There's a lot of
I don't want it, I'm scared.
Yeah, we're scared.
So.
You just wait.
We don't need to hype it up too much. It's going to be a great episode regardless. So.
Hashtag Blackjack is back.
Yes.
Hashtag Blackjack is back.
Okay, let's talk about the puppets this episode, which was the first kind of shot we got.
That was so cool.
It was really cool. And, you know, it was kind of Claire as a puppet. When she disappeared into the
But then you see him later in the village. Mm-hmm. So just goes to show that this is like a folk tale that people do talk about in that time.
Well, that even goes back to, you know, early in the first half of the season when they are playing the folk tale and singing it, and she's learning about the stones and the history and how, like, people have passed down all this history. Like, in my mind, I actually thought, not reading the books, that it was like she came back in time and told somebody, and then they wrote the song about her, and she found out about the song later. It was this whole like weird, crazy circle of like
full circle
of herself teaching everyone about the stones.
That's where time travel just gets a little too complicated for me.
Poof, and Claire's gone.
Yeah, I can't.
I just really like not only this episode with the puppets and with those shots. I love how every single episode that opening shot is different with the title. And it's always so clever, and it's just really neat, and it gives us a little piece of what life is like in that era that's completely different.
Or
usually.
It foreshadows.
Yeah, foreshadows. It's wonderful. Let's talk about Claire and Jenny, the 1740s Thelma and Louise, you guys.
Girl power.
Seriously, major girl power with these two.
Yeah, especially after Jenny just gave birth a
Oh
few
my
days
gosh.
ago.
Oh my.
This episode, I really liked this episode, and I really hated this episode at the same time. I was like, really? She just had a baby 2 days ago, a week ago, and she's riding a horse?
Do what you gotta do.
She wouldn't even be able to walk, let alone ride a horse.
Jenny's a vamp, okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
For you guys who don't know that.
Listen, Dane Cook, simmer down over there.
I think
any of our viewers at home will tell you you would not ride a horse. For
I don't
least
know, but
2 months.
I know,
a year.
but Diana Gabaldon actually commented on that, and I think just given the desperate measures that they were in, the desperate situation they were in, you know, desperate times calls for desperate measures. She just had to.
Yeah,
she
her
didn't have a
adrenaline
choice.
rush, and she picked up the horse and carried it too.
Well,
Yeah,
they had to.
Okay.
Not only was she dealing with, obviously she just had a baby, but I mean, her and Claire had to make some very quick and very kind of serious decisions while they were off together. And
Claire couldn't have done it without her.
I
agree that she couldn't have done it without her, but realistically, could she have really even ridden a horse? I feel like Ian had a better chance of riding a horse.
No, I don't know.
Without a leg,
I
without
mean,
an arm.
we even saw Ron Moore in the featurette after the episode online even talk about that was a discussion of whether Jenny would be able to ride a horse.
No.
And you know what? Again,
Ryan,
we're
going to disagree with you.
We will disagree with you.
Well,
Ryan.
every woman at home who's had a baby, feel free to agree with me that they would not be able to ride a horse.
She did have to stop to pump, though.
Let us know what you guys think later. But I think we got to move on from this.
We can carry on. Well, I have qualms with the pumping scene too, so let's go there.
Yeah, she didn't have to stop to pump, and she milked herself, which was
so I do agree with the aspect of having to do that. However, if she only had the baby 3 days ago, most likely milk production's not there. Sorry.
Okay, Mr. Baby Expert.
Listen,
I know you have a baby.
I have a baby at home. I know all about breastfeeding and post-womb surgeries.
When does milk production?
Usually within 4 days, and it's not that much. The amount of milk that she put out in that like 30 seconds of milking herself
was
was
like straight.
Good Lord, like that's enough to feed a baby for a week.
Not to talk too much about the books,
milk.
but you know it happened. Like it's a scene from the book.
Right, and I agree. So yes,
Yeah.
if she just had a baby, she would probably have pain and would have to milk herself. However, the amount of milk that came out, yeah, I said it. It's out there. Let's just say it.
All
The
right,
amount of milk that came out was a
okay,
little
you guys,
excessive.
I feel like I'm in the middle of this crazy fight.
I think the main point, though, that we need to that celebrate
That Claire
about.
didn't get to pee in the woods. That's
No,
what we
I think the
missed.
main
Poor
thing
her.
we need to celebrate about this part of the episode was the fact that Claire and Jenny just really kicked some butt
They
together.
did.
And that's what's important about this part of the episode.
Fine. I'll agree
There's
with you
some
on that
technical
one,
things.
Jen Barnes.
There's some technical things that can be argued about, but the point is they kicked butt and it was awesome.
And I think
The women saved the day.
They did. The girl power, women saved the day. They didn't have to drive off the cliff like Thelma and Louise in the end. Sorry, spoiler alert. But I think their bond has definitely been solidified. They're family now. They truly, truly love each other. And I love, again, seeing two strong women.
And I loved the scene where she's like, plant potatoes.
Yeah,
yes,
the whole history.
yes.
I know.
Love that.
She's given her, and Jenny even said, yeah, Jamie told me to listen to you, whatever you said.
I'd
And
love to know like more about what Jenny even thinks about that. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah,
She's a smart girl. She's a smart cookie.
Yeah.
So when Jenny decides to leave, we get good old Murtaugh, who
Yes.
I love. He's just like, and we saw another side of Murtaugh, a couple sides of Murtaugh. We saw his dancing side,
Murtaugh.
which who knew he could do a sword dance? Have you guys seen a sword dance like in real life?
No.
He wasn't really doing one, though. He was
It
like
was
dancing
cute.
around them.
I know, but he was so sweet, and that took a lot
There you
for
go, the
him.
sword
Yeah,
dance
see,
picture.
there's
a
little
proper
bit of
sword
That is a
dance.
proper sword
When
dance.
when they later showed the gypsies sword dancing, wasn't that person doing a proper sword
Yes.
dance as well?
He was doing
'Cause
it
they were
better than
tattooing
Murtaugh
around
probably
the sword
did.
blades. Murtaugh was actually dancing behind the swords.
Well, I think that's the reason he wasn't getting a great response from the crowds because they were throwing food and stuff at him. Like, come on, man. Like, but I just loved his expression as he did it. He was like, it was so serious and like,
So
They wouldn't
into
know
it.
art if it bit him in the butt.
it
I'm
was
so
funny.
mad about it.
Well,
Yeah.
his dancing wasn't that good, but we did get a chance to hear Katrina, aka Claire, sing. And I don't know about you guys, but Bugle Boy has been stuck in my head
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
since I watched the episode.
I've watched
Man,
5
get it
versions
out
of
of
different
my
people
head.
singing it on YouTube since then. There's like all kinds of versions of that song. It's
I wake
crazy.
up and I'm boogie woogie, ba-da-da-da. I don't know how much we're actually allowed to sing, but yes, I mean it was really cool to see kind of them put that into the episode because of Katrina's kind of
Singing on
singing
set.
on set all the time.
Well,
Yeah.
also the involvement in World War II, because that was a really popular song
Right.
that women would sing to troops.
Right.
And it's about being drafted. So,
So that was cool how they included that. But yeah, apparently Katrina Balfe sings on set a lot. So one of the writers was like, you know what? One of these days I'm going to get you to sing on set.
Or on
And-
film.
On
camera.
on camera.
And they did. So we had Claire's song, but she dressed as a boy. So we had this
That was
duo.
fun. It was a fun little different. I wasn't expecting it, so it was kind of a cool different side of Claire. Obviously, yeah. don't know
I
where
thought
I
it was
was
cool to
going
see.
with
I mean, she was kind of sexy in the men's
yeah,
outfit.
I like the outfit
It's
too. It was a
cute.
cool
She
little
could
twist.
pull it off. Yeah.
I liked how she finally started embracing it in the later shots
Through
of her
the
performing.
montage as they got farther along.
Yeah.
And then she was mad that somebody else was doing it.
Well, the gypsies.
Well, because they were
The
messing up her
gypsies are the
plan.
worst. The
Yeah.
gypsies are the worst. I literally like wrote that on my notes. Like the
Ugh.
gypsies suck.
Gypsies.
And Claire gives them all the money, and then her and Murtaugh are kind of SOL because they don't keep to their word that they won't be performing and stuff. And
You shouldn't trust gypsies.
no,
Ever.
don't trust.
Never trust a gypsy.
Give me your tears, gypsy. Sorry, little Borat there. But I thought the best part about seeing Murtaugh and Claire kind of together in this episode was the scene in the cave. When we see them bonding, we see Murtaugh kind of open up about his past with Jamie and kind of why his relationship and his bond with Jamie is so strong. And it goes back to Jamie's mother. And we find out that those boar tusk bracelets were actually given to Jamie's mother by Murtaugh.
And they were of the boar that he
He killed.
killed.
With his bare hands?
Yeah.
Right?
It was. He said it was
With a-
injured, but he killed it with a knife. And it,
Yeah.
like he killed it
With a
without
knife.
with a,
Yeah.
a long weapon. Basically, he got close. And that's if you remember back in the first part of the season, that guy was killed.
Right.
When
It's
Dougal
dangerous.
when Dougal first found out about Claire's ability to work on the battlefield, and because they helped put that guy basically he got killed and he was stabbed by a boar in the gut.
Right.
So it definitely shows how tough he is.
And it also, I still want to know more though. It makes me want to know more. Why didn't he get to get Jamie's mom? Like, why was Jamie's mom then betrothed to?
That was my favorite
I
scene.
think because Brian got there before him and stole her heart.
That was my favorite scene, I think, when he was talking about the Bortusk and like the stars were like up in the background and they were at the edge of Scotland, and I really liked that scene.
It was really
That's
sweet.
sad. I
Murtaugh,
feel bad for him too.
I
know.
And I got like excited. I was like, oh, those are the bracelets from earlier, and like, oh, they're gonna, no way.
But
I like how they tie it back in.
we do see that like Murtaugh, he has a huge heart and he loves Jamie like a son, and it makes a lot of sense now why they kind of are like. I thought Murtaugh was a little younger, but I guess not. I guess he's older.
40s maybe.
Do you know who we should talk about though?
Who should we talk about?
Duh.
This fella right here.
Dougal.
This guy.
The sexy Dougal who you just know. Bad Dougal.
Bad Dougal.
Keetin likes it though, I think.
I don't know how I feel about that. Well,
Something
we
about
see,
that bald head.
We like Jamie. Claire and Murtaugh get news that about Jamie, and we see them running because they think they're gonna be meeting up with Jamie. They think
Right.
that's who they're gonna be meeting
News
with,
from
and
the gypsies.
they end up getting there, and it happens to be Dougal. But even though it is Dougal, we do get information about Jamie that he's been captured by the redcoats, and
And according to Dougal, it's basically a done deal.
yeah, he's dead. He's
Done.
dead. There's nothing. He's either already hanged or he's gonna be hanged soon. So,
Yep.
so then he has a
Scared.
proposal for Claire. Literally, he proposes and says, "Girl, I want to marry you. I think I'm the only one who can protect you." So
Listen, you're single, I'm single. Let's just see what we can do, make it happen.
what did you feel about that, Jen? About Dougal's proposal and especially how Claire responded to it? I think she had a very good response to it and very like it. I very much appreciated it, but I don't know how I feel about her being like, if I can't save Jamie, then I'll marry you. I don't know, Claire. I feel like if you don't save Jamie, you should go back in the stones.
Well, yeah, I think she's just saying that to appease him. Like, I don't think that she'll actually, I think she would go back to the stones, but I think she's saying, like, I'll marry you so that he'll let her try to get some of his men to come with her.
She can actually make
know?
the journey and go. If not, he'll just stop her.
Yeah.
I agree. And you can tell, too, when you're watching the episode, there was a moment where Claire was like, oh, wait, I could probably manipulate this. And she, like, shifted from being kind of afraid of him to, like, controlling the situation.
Well, it was like angry. She had a lot of anger at him.
But then she just, like,
you're right.
she had this
shifted.
idea. She's like, oh, I have an idea. And then you could see the switch in her character,
Yeah.
which is great, because then she suddenly started controlling the whole situation and everything going on. And then she proposed to him, and then
getting to use his men.
Absolutely.
You know, she kind of stroked his ego a little bit. Claire is a smart lady.
that's all Dougal needs is a little ego stroking.
You know, and we got a little Galus talk. So is Galus alive? Is
Yes.
Galus dead? I don't know. We don't know. Dougal did not confirm that she is dead. So just saying.
Neither confirmed nor denied.
Nor
I can neither
denied.
confirm nor deny that.
And same with his
Triple
love
Ls.
child. So Claire has the chance to actually go talk to the men Dougal is with and try to rally a party together to go save Jamie. And she goes and like pitches it to them, and nobody really steps up. Nobody really has the balls to go with Claire and save Jamie, who would literally do that for any of those guys. And then brave little Willie.
Willie.
Oh, Willie.
Good old Willie.
Good old Willie.
Which makes you kind of remember when he was getting beaten up by those other guys, and Jamie came to his defense. Remember that for giving over the rent money. So yeah, Willie remembers that. Willie appreciates it, and I'm glad that Willie, of all the guys, was like, "Yep."
And then, of
Made them
course,
all look bad.
Angus and Rupert can't let Willie kind of be the knight in shining armor, and they have to step up
without
now
them,
too.
they don't want to look bad. Yeah.
I was
Their
actually,
little
when I was
pride.
watching the scene, and after Willie, Rupert, and Angus were like, yeah, we're going to go, I was expecting them to see like more people go as well, just because those three were going. And then when they showed the shot of them riding up to Wentworth, I was like, oh, I guess it's just them. Like, I was really
thought
thinking
there'd
that
be
more people would
too.
go.
I thought there'd be more too. Hopefully that's enough, though.
We'll find out.
I know. I loved that final shot of all, like, just to see how small the party was of like Jamie's rescuing party, and
Versus
then how
Wentworth.
big and scary Wentworth is. I really, really loved that shot, and seeing Wentworth for the first time was pretty intense. This is actually, that picture that you guys just saw is actually the location that they shot, that they used for the outside of Wentworth, and it's Linlithgow Palace. I think that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, it's a pretty cool place, and that's where they actually filmed it. And you can visit it if you want.
Part of the Outlander tour that they're giving now.
Yes.
The Highland tours.
We'll have to go on one soon. Well, let's go on a quick break, and we will be back very quickly with all of your Outlander questions.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
Just in case you missed it live.
Oh, just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live, I'm doing something right now.
So we're all super excited.
So this is dancing.
So what would that be, like a 7?
I cannot. I literally cannot. You guys have got to get it together.
Don't hate the player, don't hate the game. Hate the contract you didn't get.
He's a coward. He's a giant chicken shit.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's going to be like hurricane. Whoa.
Watch out for those girls. They are gagging them.
Hold the phone.
Hold on.
Bro.
The more brutal you are, the more power you have.
Right.
That was sexy. It was hot. It was heated. I was into it.
You are gonna be the most high-paid hooker in the world.
Go ahead and invite your friends and everybody. Tell your mama. Tell them go ahead and turn the stove off and get up on the computer so we can get on theStream.tv.
Thank you again for joining us, and until next week, bye-bye.
Thank you guys again for joining us live right now and chatting with us. Remember, keep the conversation going with us on Twitter, on YouTube, anywhere you guys can reach us on social media. And we have a few shout outs tonight, as well as some of your Twitter questions. Who wants to take it away first?
Jen, go ahead. You got
Jen,
the
do the
shout-outs.
shout outs.
You got the whole card of stuff over
Yes.
there. Oh my God, no pressure. We're all watching you.
Okay, so shout outs to Outlander Anatomy. We are going to have some fun stuff coming from them very soon. If you haven't seen their blog, you should. It's awesome. Also, shout out to Katrina Nation and their work with World Child Cancer. We'll be sharing more info about them, but just so you know, they're selling this beautiful pendant that has a profile of Katrina's face on it. And the first 100 come with a certificate of authenticity signed by Katrina Balfe. Woo! And money from that goes to World Child Cancer.
That's the charity that she supports.
Right. And that group's also having an Outlandish gathering August 4th through 7th in Quebec City. Registration ends March 15th. So May 15th.
Canada, here we come. Quebec City.
So get on that, guys. They're going to have events to benefit World Child Cancer there as well. So
cool.
Awesome. Thanks, Jen.
Thanks,
Ryan,
Jen.
give us those
Hold
Twitter
on, let me
questions.
just drink some of my Hubert's lemonade here.
Oh,
Product placement. Hey guys, thank you for talking to us all week on Twitter. Make sure you keep using the hashtag OutlanderAS. Follow us on Twitter. Follow at theStream.tv. Here's some of the questions that we have for this week that I thought were interesting. All right, so our first one comes from our friend Brigadoon, Bridget_Jean, and she wants to know, does Murtaugh truly believe that he can dance?
That's a good question.
I don't think he thinks he's amazing, but I think he thinks he's better than he actually is.
I think he takes himself very seriously.
Yes.
I agree that he thinks he can dance and he takes himself very seriously.
Yeah.
All right, so this is from our friends at Inverness Outlander as well. Okay, so would you try sword dancing?
Yes, absolutely. I used to do Irish dancing, so
one of their admins is very good at it.
I would try it because dancing's fun, but I would actually be kind of worried that I would hurt myself on the swords.
I don't really, to me, it
I'm
didn't seem like it
clumsy.
was that hard.
Seems like
they're just like
hopscotch.
hopping over each of the blades.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's probably more to it than I understand because I'm a boy and I just don't get it most of the time. However, I just looked easy to me, so I would definitely do it.
Cool.
Absolutely.
All right, moving right along. Je suis prêt now. What did you think of Claire giving the gypsies all their money?
I was sad about that.
I did not think that was one of Claire's brightest, smartest moves.
So if you were in the
Agreed.
situation, you would have done differently?
Yes. Because it did seem like she gave them all their money, right?
Yeah.
Not even a little bit. It's like, girl, just give them like a little
Half
bit.
the money.
Yeah, like keep
Jamie
some
did
for
last week.
yourself.
Yeah.
Do something. I don't know. Just yes, it was. Kind
You know,
dumb.
Or just don't trust them at
Don't
all.
trust the
'cause they're
gypsies.
gypsies.
I disagree with it. However, I was for it because I know that the overall goal isn't about making any money. It's about finding Jamie. And if that's what it took for her to find Jamie, then that's what she needed.
No, but really to trust the gypsies to find Jamie? No.
Maybe they
that's
should have followed the
stupid.
gypsies around, knowing that they couldn't get the gypsies.
Well, and that's what Murtaugh suggested. Claire
yeah.
was so dead set on her way.
Claire, sometimes you're just
All
a
right.
little too stubborn.
All right, this is from our friend Amy Noel Y. She wants to know, if Murtaugh hadn't showed up, do you think Claire would have killed the redcoat carrier?
Well, she said she would have.
She said she would have.
I think she would have.
And somebody also commented previously on Twitter that she killed someone before.
Yeah.
But I argued then, I don't think she would have.
I completely disagree with you. If she wouldn't have killed it, Jenny would have killed him.
I'm not saying that Jenny wouldn't have. I think Jenny would have. I don't think Claire would have.
I think Claire would have hesitated and Jenny would have been like, oh, let's get on with it.
Because when Claire killed the guy earlier, she was being attacked and she was like under duress and it was a reactional situation, not actually physically killing someone who's tied to a tree.
Right, but there was that moment when she told Jenny that she knows she would have done it. So I
Yeah.
guess
but
you can believe her.
say that and
and
then
say,
actually have to do it.
No, I think Claire would have done it. I think for Jamie, she would do anything.
I think that Jenny would have done it. So let's agree to disagree. I'll take my pocket Jamie and I'm going to go home. Guys, thank you for watching.
Yes, thank you guys all so much for joining us again this week. Join us same time next week here on theStream.tv. See you next time.
Later, guys
Bye.
and gals.
For more Outlander After Show, hit that button and subscribe to theStream.tv.